They are clowns, judgmental, funny acting, and weird. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. They are clowns, funny acting, judgmental, and weird. All right, family, we live in a society where people are clowns with red noses competing for competition. They are competing for attention, and they are competing to get the eyes of the world, the eyes of people in general. All right, they clowns. They are not even being who they were born and destined to be. They clowns, and they're funny acting towards you because you have decided to step inside your calling. Yes, sir. You have decided to step inside your greatness. And this is what they can't stand about you. Listen, y'all, there's a reason why if you go to a certain type of church or gym or even event where people are initially introduced to you, right? And they are cool with you. They act nice towards you because it's the beginning, okay? Anybody can act nice. Anybody can, act like they're cool with somebody in the very beginning. But once they get to know who you are, once they see who you are, and once they understand that, oh, this is a real chosen one, they start acting funny towards you because they know that you're not of the world. And they know that you're not doing worldly things, okay? Or even on the same trajectory, path, or even frequency as them. That's a big issue for them. So they act funny towards you, okay? Somebody else may get their check before you. You know why? Because they dislike you. Somebody else may get a compliment and you don't. You know why? Because they dislike you. Somebody else may get leeway and you don't. You know why? Because they dislike you. You are truly chosen. All my chosen ones, drop in the comments and say chosen. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say chosen. All right. Now, when I say judgmental, I'm talking about those who look down on you chasing your gift or tapping into your gift. Those who look down on you being on your purpose. Those who look down on you choosing a different way, right? The GPS typically takes everybody the right side of the world, but you know what? You say, nah, I'm not gonna take GPS. I'm gonna use this regular old map. It says that I can get to the same destination, right? But going this way. There's more than one way to skin a cat is what I'm trying to say. And so you took the left route, but they're so judgmental that they can't even open up their eyes and realize that, oh, you can do it this way too. You don't have to do it that way in order to be considered right, right? What is right? See, I'm at a point in my life, y'all, I don't want to be right no more. I want to learn. I want to be inquisitive. I want to have understanding that my way is not like their way is not like my way. However, it don't make neither one of us wrong. But we're so in a rush and in the fight to be right. That's why I say, y'all, they're so judgmental. They're stuck in medieval ages. They're stuck in biblical times. They're stuck in tradition. They're stuck in what once was, but they're not stepping into what is, right? That's like somebody who just can't get out of the 80s. The big butt computer, y'all, and the big butt TVs, they can't get out of that, right? Not realizing that you got a TV in your hand right now, right? There's a computer in your hand right now. If you don't step into what is, you will always be left in what ain't and what's not anymore. And that's going to stop and stunt your growth. But that goes right back to the judgmental people. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't judge me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you can't judge me because this is true. All right. Now, weird. Okay. Listen, y'all, I got to touch on this for a second because we live in a society where if people don't understand you, if people don't understand your intelligence, if people don't understand and realize how gifted and talented you are, they're going to call you weird. We live in a society to where they can't wait to say, man, she weird. He weird. No, I'm just operating outside of your understanding. I'm not weird. You weird, right? You don't understand me. Therefore, you're trying to label me so it can make more sense to your small p brain. Make sense to what I'm saying, y'all? So these are things that are happening in today's time. You got clowns performing for massa, okay? Funny acting people, they act funny towards the chosen ones. Listen, y'all, they are very judgmental to the way that you are deciding to live your life and do things. And more importantly, they're calling you weird simply because you are operating outside of their understanding. That's crazy, y'all. Okay? That's crazy. But with that being said, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into this, y'all. Number one, first thing is first, you are abnormal, okay? You are abnormal. See, family, what it means to be abnormal is to break outside of traditionalism, break outside of what you were taught, so your original doctrines, to break outside of what is considered to be normal within society. Family, if you really pay attention, the people who are super successful, the people who are super rich, the people who are, on a different level, they did not do what was normal. Family, I hate to break the news to you, but if you do what is normal, you're going to be down below. Not buried in the graveyard, but down below in terms of below those who are successful. Not because your mind does not work the way theirs work, or you are incapable, or because you didn't have a mom or a dad, or because you didn't come from success or royalty. It's not even that. See, if you stay stuck on stupid, meaning doing what society told you to do, following their propaganda, then you're going to get stupid results, right? Y'all heard of the saying, if you play stupid games, you win what? Stupid prizes. And so with that being said, if you follow this stupid game that they have us all playing, go to college, go to school, save up in your 401k, then, save up for your pension, put 40 years on the job, put all your time and energy on this company, not realizing that, hey, that's not what it says in the Bible. The Bible says that if you are tapped into your gift, then it will usher you into the presence of the great, which means if I am putting all my time into a job, if I'm placing all my time into, someone else's dream or someone else's company, it's not to say I can't do that for the meantime, to benefit me for what I need and benefit them for at this time of need, or wherever they are at this particular time. Listen, that's okay. But when you're called, it's time to go, right? And so, family, you have to understand something. When you are operating outside of that, you are considered to be abnormal. You are considered to be different. This is why they look at you with their nose tooted up. This is why they look at you mad. This is why they can't stand your presence, right? So again, y'all, you're operating outside of what society says that you should operate in. If you look at all the successful people, all the people who got the cars you want, living the lifestyle, got a nice house, great family, whatever the case is, they didn't follow by the rules that was given to them. They didn't follow by the propaganda that they showed to everybody else. They didn't follow by those rules. You have to break the rules, okay, in order to make the rules. What that means is those who follow the rules, they keep getting those same results that the rules were in place for them to get or receive. But when you break the rules, now you're able to set a new standard and say, hey, this right here, there's actually a loophole in this room, in this rule. So if you actually do it this way, this is now considered the new rule. And this will give you the result that you were looking for. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? Like, you are abnormal. So people are going to act funny towards you. People are going to be clowns when it comes towards you, okay? They're going to be very judgmental to your lifestyle and your routine. And people are going to call you weird, from family members, friends, people who you work with, the whole nine, y'all. You are abnormal. and you see yourself much more, or let me say it like this, y'all. You see yourself in brighter light than they see themselves. They see themselves doing the basic, the normality. They see themselves doing regular things. That's it. You see yourself living within greatness, okay? Anyway, y'all, number 2 is going to be this right here, family. They are making sense of your uniqueness, all right? They are making sense of your uniqueness. Like, when people are making sense of your uniqueness, they are trying to make it make sense of why you are who you are. They're trying to make it make sense of why you're doing what you're doing, right? So for instance, let's just say you have a person who, they started their business, they started, chasing their dreams, and now they are starting to profit and actually prosper within that. And, it's just seeming kind of weird to the other people, to their family, to their friends. It seems like very weird, right? But what they don't realize is that this person is unique. They know that, but they gotta make sense of it. Oh, it ain't that special, and I could have did that, right? But if you could have done it, then you would be doing it, right? Everybody think that they could have started a Amazon business. Everybody think that they could have started Walmart. Everybody think they could have started something great, but it takes you to be unique, right? It takes for you to be different. It takes for you to have that success mentality, that discipline to stay on something. How many people they always say, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then next thing you know, y'all, they right back to their old routine. They don't have enough discipline to keep it going. You have to have discipline to open up a Amazon and keep it going. You have to have discipline to open up a Walmart and keep it going. So once again, y'all, people have to make sense of your uniqueness. Yeah, I know why they was able to start that company, but yeah, his mama had a bank. Yeah, his daddy had them resources and them connections. And guess what, y'all? That very well may be true, right? Like, we all know the story with Bill Gates. Bill Gates, his mom was a part of the board, right, at Windows, or she was a part of not Windows, y'all. He created Windows, Microsoft. It was IBM. It was some big company that he was already connected to through family. Guess what, y'all? That just may be the case. It just may be the case. However, y'all, they still have to do the work to make it happen and to sustain the success. They still got to do the work. It ain't just given. The opportunity is just there, and they took advantage of it, right? Sticking to the point, somebody got to make sense of their uniqueness. Yeah, he wouldn't have got that if it wasn't this. Oh yeah, I see what he did. I could have did it. I could have did it in this way right here, or I could have did it better. They're making sense of your uniqueness. Listen, y'all, you can't make sense of greatness that came from God, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say greatness come from God. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say greatness comes from God. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. Lack of self-identity. All right? Lack of self-identity. Y'all, people talk about those who they really want to be like. People call other people weird who they really just don't understand. And people are funny acting to people who have a demeanor about themselves, a standalone personality, a standalone, demeanor, and a character that can't be broken. They act funny towards those people. Every time you see them, they got a smile on their face. Every time you see them, they laughing. And listen, y'all, people who laugh the most, people who, smile the most, they be the main ones going through the most. Okay, people who laugh the most, people who smile the most, they be the main ones going through the most. You know why, y'all? Because they figure, listen, if I smile, if I laugh, maybe I can be the sunshine in somebody else's day, right? But instead of people looking at it like that, they get mad at this person who understands who they are and have a self-identity. They get mad at them and call them weird. They get mad at them and act funny towards them. They get mad at them and judge them. Why you always smiling? Y'all ever met a person or knew a person who get mad at someone for having a good time? for enjoying themselves. Lack of self-identity. Just because you don't know who you are, you don't have to project that onto me. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? But when a person don't have an identity, they're going to drag another person down who does. All right. Number 4, y'all, superiority complex. Superiority complex, y'all. A lot of people want to be higher than you. A lot of people want to, be on a step above you. A lot of people want to live beyond where you are. They want to. They want to be in your exact position. Okay. And if they get the opportunity to live beyond you, then, so be it. But the point of what I'm saying, y'all, is this right here. A lot of times why people are so judgmental and they want to call you weird and, they want to act funny towards you, it's because they really want to be in your presence and they really want to have you a part of their group or facility or job or organization, but you have turned them down. And so it really hurted their ego. And so now we got to show that we are superior. Yeah, we got to show that we are superior. Okay. You take a label who wanted to sign this artist, but this artist got so many different options, right? Like, I know you want to sign me, but I got leverage here. What can we talk about? How much are you trying to sign me for? And then not only the money, but what's guaranteed out of the money? What's the percentages like? What about my royalties? And so then you got these other companies who are saying, hey, we're willing to give you exactly what you want, right? We're willing to give you the deal of a lifetime. Well, this company over here who came to you first are going to show their superiority complex when you turn them down and go over here. Yeah, we really didn't want them anyway. It didn't go with our brand. They wasn't, up to par. Like, yeah, right. If you had the opportunity to get a Beyonce before she knew she was Beyonce, I guarantee you would have took her. If you was able to get a Chris Brown or a Usher before they knew that there was Chris Brown and Usher, I guarantee you would have taken them. But just because you passed up on them or they passed up on you rather, now you want to act like they not who they are. No, they are who they are. You just have a superiority complex. That's the same thing with yourself. When you turn down people, when you show people that you are valuable, and when you show people that you don't need them, they're going to show that they are superior by being judgmental, funny acting, trying to clown you, right? Performing in front of massa to show that he ain't who he ain't who he say he is, or she ain't who she say she is, right? Making a big old scene to make you look stupid because of their own superiority complex. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Next thing, family, is going to be number 5, and that is fostering a sense of belonging. Fostering a sense of belonging. Y'all, when people are talking about certain individuals, when they are, speaking bad on them or even good on them, there's a sense of belonging, right? Like, I don't know my place in the world. I don't know my place at this job. I don't even know my place within my own family, right? But I talk about this person all the time, good or bad, because I feel a sense of belonging. I'm fostering a sense of belonging. I want to be a part of a group. I want to be a part of an organization. There's a sense of belonging. I was watching Jamie Foxx the other day, not the show, but his comedy. That's what it is. His comedy. And not only him, but I've seen like a lot of comedians do this. But when they crack jokes on certain people, it's really because they're fostering a sense of belonging. Like, I like you. I want to hang out with you, right? I want to eat dinner with you. I want to smoke with you, drink with you, whatever the case is. That's what they're really saying. I admire you. A lot of people admired Mike Tyson, right? He was the knockout king, especially in the 90s. But guess what? You can't name me a comedian who does not have a Mike Tyson joke. They talk about how he talked. They talk about, how he bit Evander Holyfield's ear off, right? But there's a sense of belonging of where I want to hang out with him or I want him to hang out with me. I see myself in him. I admire him, whatever the case is. And that's really all it is, y'all. They are fostering a sense of belonging with you. They really admire you. They really love you. They really like you, but they don't know how to say it. So they just act the fool to get your attention, or they act the fool, around other people to make themselves feel better about that sense of belonging. They're not able or capable to get you in their circle or even being able to get around you. Do you know how many people probably want to be around Jay-Z? But instead, since I know he's not going to accept me for who I am, or I know I'm not going to be able to get near or close to him, I just rather make videos and talk about how terrible his music is. Or I'd rather just make videos and talk about how bad of a person he is. You know what, better yet, I'm going to make up a rumor and say that he raped a little girl. Yeah. Because they're fostering a sense of belonging. They want to be where they are. They want to be around that person. But since they can't, I got to be judgmental. I'm going to call them weird. I don't understand it. I'm going to act funny towards them. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But with that being said, y'all, as we conclude this video, a quick recap. Number 1, you are abnormal. Number 2, they're making sense of your uniqueness. Number 3, lack of self-identity. Number 4, superiority complex. And number 5, y'all, fostering a sense of belonging. All right, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all get one of those Yes Sir t-shirts. Y'all get a Yes Sir hoodie. Book a one-on-one session with your boy. And of course, y'all be sure to enroll into my social influence course. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.